Hello, my name is Karen Allin. I work for Psychology Associates. As an integrative therapist, I've been working with young people for over 12 years. The following slides offer some thoughts, ideas, and tips for supporting young people living with domestic abuse. Young people may not want to talk. They often feel like they're to blame or they can hold guilt about what has happened and what they could have or should have done to prevent it. Embarrassment is really common, so they won't necessarily want their friends to know, and this can lead to them feeling isolated. They may be fearful of what has happened or what might happen, and being at school could be a source of great anxiety as they wonder what's happening at home in their absence. They often feel powerless and can be quite confused about their feelings for the abused and the abuser. Depending on circumstances, a young person may feel anything from relief to devastation at the potential loss of an abuser and the idea that they may be unable to maintain a relationship with them. Anger at their situation or directed at an abuser or non-abusive parent is also common. They may also feel responsible for the protection of a parent or of younger siblings. When thinking about anxiety, these are some of the behaviours you may notice. They may become hypervigilant and edgy, struggling with concentration and decision making. You often find young people will withdraw from friends and will not engage in lessons. Depression is something else to consider. We all get fed up or sad on occasions, but a persistent low mood is different. I can experience extremes in eating too much or too little, or hardly sleeping or sleeping too much, having no motivation and a lack of interest in hobbies and activities. These are all warning signs. We also need to be aware about self-harming behaviours. Many of us have seen this: cutting, scratching, bruises, burns and biting. Those are common, along with increased risky behaviour, using alcohol or drugs, or changing the company they move in. There are many reasons for self-harming. Some do it for emotional release, others feel numb and want to feel something, and for some it's about control. Whatever the reason, it's not helpful to simply tell them to stop. We can still help by suggesting harm reduction strategies, placing ice cubes on the skin or holding them in the hand, drawing across an arm or a leg with a red pen, flicking elastic bands on the skin, punching pillows. If they use sharp implements, they need to keep them clean and have a sterile cleaning routine for wounds. We must remember there are real mental health risks associated with self-harm. It's paramount to share the information with a member of the safeguarding team. If you have a safeguarding role, forging links with the young person's GP and CAMS will help provide support for the young person and their family. Young people don't always want to talk about their experiences, but writing can help them express their feelings in another way. Comedy and laughter can boost our endorphin level, lift our mood, and change how we feel about ourselves and our experiences, as can music. Keeping connected with friends or making new connections really matters. Making plans and socializing can give you purpose and something to look forward to. Distraction and delaying techniques can help. Identify a key member of staff, someone the young person knows and gets along with. They can then offer a safe space to the young person where they can check in every day. Ask open questions and afford them the opportunity to ask things they would like to know. Allow them time to offload and validate their feelings is really powerful. For some younger people, it may help for you to name some of their feelings. Be transparent about any information you have to pass on, and where possible and appropriate, offer the option of them coming with you to tell their story. This allows some sense of personal agency. Be aware of mood and language. Things like, I can't deal with this anymore. Don't be afraid of asking what they mean by that, keeping vigilant of thoughts of self-harm and running away. Scaling 1 to 10 is a useful indicator of how the child feels on any given day. Keep a daily record as part of your check-in. Help identify whether things are getting better or worse over time, and if extra support needs to be provided. Psychoeducation can help the child understand and normalise their emotions and reactions. Providing some information around breathing and grounding techniques can help them learn to self-regulate. If we think about breathing, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing from the stomach and not the chest. So breathe in for 4 and out through the mouth for 4. And continue for a few minutes. Grounding techniques. Count back in 7s from 100. Or choose a colour such as green and see how many shades of green they can see in the room. Or there's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel or touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Encourage interaction and support networks with peers. Sometimes young people can feel a bit overstimulated in school, so some safe and quiet spaces to go at lunch or break may be helpful. Remain consistent and keep boundaries. Above all, try not to underestimate the power of listening and acknowledging how the young person feels. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for listening.